Expect explosive experiences and events on a planetary level. Nothing, and I mean nothing, will stop these coming to the surface. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis, and today we are going to be talking about that was an interesting orb that just flew by immediately, wasn't it? We are going to be talking about the full moon energy update that I have already spoken about in the August energy update that is now out live on my YouTube channel. I will link back to that video in this video. Now, I find it always very interesting when we've got really early full moons in the month, because do I put the energy update out first? Do I put the full moon energy update? And I always tend to go for the energy update for the whole month, and then I get more specific. So that is what I have done this month as well. Now, as I mentioned in the previous videos, I'm not going to be doing any live events this month, as I am going to be immersed in traveling. I'm going to be immersed in really creating the shifts that are required, using the energies that are out there, in all honesty with you, ladies and gents. So if you want to keep up to date with me, the best place to go and follow me is obviously my Instagram channel, because I am on Instagram most days. And if I'm not there, it seems like we've got a wild party going on behind me today. If I'm not on there, I'm always in my stories. I'm also on Facebook. I am also on TikTok, and I am also obviously here on YouTube. So please do go and follow any of my links, which can be found in the description field. Now, before we move on, please do remember to like this video by hitting the thumbs up. Please do remember to go and subscribe to my channel if you like the content. And also, please do remember to hit the bell notifications. That just gives you the first opportunity. As soon as my videos are out, you will get an email into your inbox that says Lucy's put a video out. And if you've got the app on your phone, you will also get a notification there. So it's just win-win for everybody. Now, again, if you do like my content, ladies and gents, please do comment, and please do like, and please do share to your communities. The reason being, this is how YouTube actually allow my videos to be seen further afield. And so many of you are, you love my videos, and you are so loyal, and you follow me on all of my channels. It would be really, really good to find other people who are looking for this information also. And what's the best way to do that but with you guys? So thank you so much in advance of you doing that. Anyway, let's crack on and talk about this incredible full moon that we have coming in on the 1st of August. So as I mentioned in the August energy update, this is the first of 2 full moons for this month of August. Okay, there's going to be 2 full moons. There will also be a new moon in the middle of the month-ish. So it's going to be a hot and spicy one for sure this month, ladies and gents. So like I say, the first full moon lands on the 1st of August, and we are going to be getting the energies. I mean, they're already started. They have already started. As you guys know, it's about a week before, a week even longer afterwards. And it all just seems to merge into one now. We've got the full moon energies, we've got the monthly energies, we've got the new moon energies, and then we've got, whatever else is coming next, Lionsgate, we've had solstice, we've got all sorts of things like that. So now, due to the fact that obviously the full moon and the start of August being on the same date, there is a lot of overlap between these videos. Now, I have already put the August energy update out, so please do go and check that out. You will not get the full picture from this video on its own, so because I'm trying not to repeat myself. Now, I'm using the word trying because I don't know what other word to use. I don't like the word trying, because you either do or you do not. I am going to do my best not to repeat myself, but to get the full picture, you will need to go and watch the other video, like I say. So I will link back to it in this video. Anyway, Healing Hard is the name of this full moon. Oh my goodness, we feel as if we have been on such a huge healing journey in the last 3.5 years, since we were forced into lockdown, since we were forced to go inwards, since we were forced to really take a check at our belief systems and our values. Now, it's really level up, and level up fast. That's what we are being told right now. So If you missed the healing hangs from last month and did not get the opportunity to heal your heart, please note that this is where the focus is going to be this month. It's not going to be the healing of the planet. I mean, that is going to be taking place, as you've seen and as you've heard. Mother Nature is really spewing at the moment. She's creating a lot of things that have never happened before because of the purging that needs to take place. We have seen lightning coming from the ground rather than the sky, all sorts of things like that going on. And this is a purge from Mother Nature. This is a purge from Mother Nature's heart. But this month, this full moon is very much about you taking the opportunity to heal your heart. Now, I know that this is a biggie. We have many people on the planet that have huge commitment issues. They've been hurt in the past. They've been let down. You know, they were abandoned as a child. You have got every reason, ladies and gents, to have that brick wall built up around your heart that you do. However, the truth of the matter is, if you are somebody that is living in a space whereby your brick wall is around your heart, you are very likely going to be getting some heart issues, as in physical heart issues coming up. Now, a very good friend of mine, in fact, about 5 very good friend of mine have had issues with their hearts over the last few months. And it is around the fact that they haven't been able to surrender the issues which have closed their hearts off. One of my good friends who's 40, extremely, extremely fit, he had a heart attack because of the emotional trauma that he is harboring around relationships and around having to close his heart down. So it's very important that we get on top of that, ladies and gents. Now, people always say to me, yeah, but how do you do that, Lucy? My tool of choice is my journal. I don't go out there spewing. I mean, I talk a lot. I'm very open, especially on my Instagram channel and through my YouTube videos. I'm very open about my healing journey. I'm very open about the path that I am on. However, what I feel is extremely important here is for us to recognize that, you know, it's not just me that's going through this. It's everybody around the world. I talk about it to raise the consciousness on it. But at the end of the day, if you are in a state of delusion and you think that you've got past it or that doesn't affect you anymore, maybe this is what's creating the issues that you are experiencing. Maybe this is why you have got the physical dis-ease going on in your body. Now, let's say, for example, you're 50 years of age and this stuff happened when you were 5 to 10 years of age. Like, just because it's been 40 to 45 years doesn't mean that you've healed it. You might have learned to deal with it. You might have learned to deal with the fact that you have emotional outbursts or angry outbursts, or you can't let people in, or you have to change partner regularly. You know, maybe that's your coping mechanism for it. But what we're having the spotlight shone on during this full moon is that we have to actually look at our heart. We have to look at the alignment of our heart, and we have to look at the authenticity of what we are doing with our lives. So let's say, for example, you are doing a career that you really don't like, you don't want to be doing it anymore, but you know, you got to pay your bills and stuff. If your heart is intended to be there, i.e. there is some healing for you to do, you will stay there. Likewise, if you need to be the light in that area for now, you will be kept in that area. If not, what you might start to see is redundancies appearing. And of course, that's going to bring healing up. Oh my God, I'm going to be out of control. I'm not going to have my security. So just be very aware of these. They're all coming to serve you. They are not coming to create more issues for you. They are coming to serve you. They are coming to release you from the shackles that you have put yourself in. So like I say, I knew that this was coming, and I did share with you last month during the energy updates and all sorts of things. We were looking to activate the heart last month. We were looking to move through the issues that we have had, which is why I had to focus the healing hangs on the heart. Now, I did warn you it was coming, and I did warn you like it was gonna come pretty quickly. And before you guys ask, unfortunately, the only people that can watch the replay of the event is people who bought tickets before. I have to make sure legally and from a data protection perspective that everybody who has bought a ticket has basically given authorization for this video to be shared with the other attendees. So unfortunately, it's not something that I can share after the event. I know there's many people out there that do this. But obviously with the recent issues that I've had with Zoom, and actually this has been my mentality the whole way through, but now with the recent issues and the data breach, or not the data breach, but the privacy breach that took place, I'm even more sensitive around this issue. So please, if you want to attend anything like this in the future, please make sure you sign up before the event, and then you can have the recording to do what you wish with. Okay, so the healing around the love and the heart is amplified during this period of time. Now, this is due to being Venus, the planet of love, being in retrograde. So do not be surprised if you are feeling overly sensitive, overly emotional, over talkative. Maybe your traumas are coming to the surface a lot more, or at least your trauma responses. So let's say when your insecurities kick in, you kind of like over explain things and you give too much information. Do not be surprised if this kind of behavior is coming to the surface for you during this period of time. Now, although this sounds like a bit of a painful period of time, you've got to look on the flip side of this as well. Feel the freedom in your heart. Like actually go to a place, like go into meditation or just sit with your eyes shut and allow yourself to feel what it would be like to trust everybody. What it would be like to not have to question people's motives, what it would be like to not perceive that everybody around you is devious or deceitful or something like that. That's the feeling that you need to feel in your heart, and then you can bring that feeling into your reality. So I know it sounds like a very painful period of time, but do recognize the freedom and the love that you will get off the back of this. Okay, so mind games is a theme for this full moon. Now, what's interesting is I've just looked at the clock and it's 1:44. So that's really, really interesting right now. I think that's a beautiful sign for us, obviously on the first bit. So mind games is a theme for this full moon. We are going to be noticing how our minds work, how other people's minds work. And because we're in such a hugely powerful period of manifestation, which I've explained in the energy update, we have to be very conscious of our thoughts and watch the way that they work. It's important that we intentionally purify our thoughts. If we are thinking about someone and we're like, they were really horrible to me, they deserve to go through this, they're that, and I'm going to put this boundary up, and I'm going to, not even a boundary, but I'm going to put this barrier up, and I'm going to make things very, very difficult for them. Please know you are going to get more of that behavior coming into your life. You will get more tests, you will get more tantrums, you will get more angry people around you. It's very important that we recognize that we are the most powerful source of manifestation, which is why certain movements are created to create trauma and to hold people in a state of anger. They're recognized people that constantly want to talk to you about the trauma, the trials, the tribulations. My choice right now is to choose to be around people who are looking at the future, creating the kind of life that I am choosing for my future life, and actually sticking to those people like glue, not in a weird way, not like a little limpet tied around their leg or anything, but I'm choosing to be around these people right now. That said, I'm not saying be delusional and not have the conversations of I feel there's a level of manipulation taking place right now. I feel that this is going to be coming up, because you can have consciousness on things. It's just whether you want to fully immerse yourself in them. Like I always say, you can observe and certainly not consume. Now, like I've already said, leading up to Lionsgate on the 8th of August is an extremely powerful portal of manifestation. So my advice is to clean your act up, ladies and gents. Speak beautiful words, think beautiful thoughts, take beautiful actions. Actually create the ripple. I've spoken about this recently on Instagram, and imagine that you are a stone that has been dropped in water and the ripples come out. Now, if you are full of anger, when you drop that stone, the ripples are going to be anger. If you are full of deceit and you drop that stone, you're going to see more deceit. Now, if your stone is full of love and you drop that little love bomb into the water, you're going to notice the ripples of love. And that is why it's extremely important to clean your act up. Be as neutral as you can be. Allow yourself to emanate the feeling that you want to receive back. Now, I choose love. I'm not saying that there aren't boundaries and barriers that I need to put in place with people. And I'm doing that really well right now, or at least I perceive myself to be doing really well right now, because I am managing to maintain the vibrational frequency of love. You must be choosing the best decisions for you. Now, that's not the best decisions for you because you have to maintain your lies, or you have to maintain your deceit, or you have to maintain your anger. I'm talking, it's the best decisions for your physical vessel. Like, how are you going to release anything that is no longer serving you? How can you just come back to love and love absolutely every footstep that you are taking in your life, every opportunity that arises for you? Now, that could be good, bad, and ugly. Let's be honest about it. But you can transform these into positivity. And I'm not talking about fake positivity. I'm talking about, right, this has happened. Where is the gold in this situation? And what can I do to ensure that I choose the path of opportunity, rather than, right, I need to go back there and take this person down, or, you know. And I'm not saying that you can't have boundaries, ladies and gents. I am saying absolutely have boundaries. You decide your values, you decide your belief systems. And I seem to be saying this a lot at the moment, so it's obviously a really prevalent piece of information. You decide what is right, and then you decide, how can I live the most peaceful life with this taking place? And that might be employing people to do this for you. It might be you know, getting other people involved to take the stress away from you. Okay. There will be some noise, as always, around this full moon. It's just factual. You know, one of my friends the other day, I said, oh gosh, all of this is coming up today. And she said, oh my God, what's going on with the moon? And it's quite interesting that this is you know, a lot of us, we recognize that around full moons and around new moons, that there is some nonsense that comes to the surface, because the moon energy is, you know, it is what it is, and it's quite powerful, and a lot of people use it for the good and a lot of people use it for the bad. So I always just think, whenever there is a lot of people focusing on a particular energy, you can use it for either side, you know. So it's a very important period of time. Remember, the full moon is always shining a light on what you need to let go of. So please be careful for holding on for dear life. Now, I'm talking about be careful holding on to being right. I'm talking about be careful holding on to a relationship that you know is not serving you. Maybe you know that this person cheated on you. Maybe you know that they're being deceitful, but you just, you know, there's the house and there's the kids and there's, you know, your friends and everything else, and your life is so intertwined. Like, you need to make a decision what is right for you, what is the best decision for you. If you can turn the other cheek and you're happy, so be it. If you can't turn the other cheek, then this is a decision that you obviously need to be making. Now, there's a lot of things that I can turn the cheek on. You know, there's a lot of things that I would like to be able to stand up and speak my truth on, but you know what, it's just not in my interest to do that. However, there are other things that I know that I have to stand in my truth about, because this is a loop that has happened on a couple of occasions and it cannot keep going forward in my life. So this is my decision, and I've made the decision that that is the best thing for me. So, you know, I'm just giving you a little bit of an example, ladies and gents. You have to make the right decisions for you, not based on what some woman says on YouTube or what some man says on Facebook or anything like that. You know, just make sure that you are doing the right thing for you. I will never tell people what to do for exactly that reason. It is about where you are in your journey. It is about the way that you are leading your life. Thankfully, the order of the day under this moon is self-love. Now, I'm really grateful for that. This is about self-love, self-care, heart connection. This is about giving yourself some time and some peace so that you can get connected to source, get connected to oneness, get connected to openness, and get connected to the infinite possibilities that are available to us. With that mindset, with that drive of getting connected to things that help us feel at ease and help us feel peaceful, obviously that's the frequency that we're going to be emanating out. That's going to be the frequency in our rock. So when the rock hits the water, we're going to be emanating that beautiful frequency. Now, some of the sources that I get my self-love from is nature. I find so much peace in nature. I love going and losing myself up in the mountains or in the sunshine or by the beach, or, you know, so depending on where you are, go and do what feels good for you. Another source of really beautiful self-love for myself is, you know, my juicing and the foods that I'm able to create myself. That to me is absolute gold. That to me is something that I have to be focusing on, because it's in alignment with me and my soul. So I will kick my shoes off. I will go and sit on the grass. I will go and walk on the beach. I will go in the ocean. I will go running. I will do Muay Thai. I love Thai boxing. Thai boxing is such a beautiful source of self-love for me. I've been spending a lot of time doing breath work recently, working on my lung, which is quite interesting because I've just got a little bit heard them. I've been working on my lung wholly and fully and really getting connected to doing that. I am meditating consistently. I am, like I say, doing breath work consistently. I am making sure that all of my rituals and everything that I need to be doing are being done as a priority. I am drinking oodles of water. I am taking myself out of my way to make sure that I go and get amazing foods. And this is what is really fascinating is I'm literally finding some of the most beautiful, colourful foods at the moment, even though I am on the road. So it's amazing. Under this full moon, there is going to be a massive quantum leap. And what we're going to be starting to see, if we haven't already, is the different realms that we have access to. It's extremely powerful. I have a lot of people reaching out to me saying, Lucy, I feel as if I'm like coexisting in multiple realms right now. And I believe that. I believe that when we have deja vu or when we have dreams, we're just seeing different elements of ourselves, but in different realms, but that are coexisting at the same time. So I'm not talking about different timelines per se. I think they're all spinning at the same time. And then we're just kind of like bouncing around all of them, which is really quite fascinating. This full moon is going to bring truth, justice, and equality. Nothing, and I mean nothing, will stop these coming to the surface. Nothing at all. The light is being shone, and I feel that this is going to be through the whole of August. So perhaps not just this full moon, probably the full moon at the end of the month as well. But I really see like a beating of a drum, and I see a divine feminine energy really beating that drum and really pulling people back together. And we may see more protesting. I mean, we've seen unrest in France, in the Netherlands. There's been some other countries that they've slipped my mind right now. I've got them written down somewhere, which have had some unrest as well. So I believe that this is going to gain some momentum under this full moon. It's almost going to be like, right, where do we need the shine? Oh, there's where we're going to shine the light. So do not be surprised if you see people looking to start creating gatherings again, creating the energies whereby people come together. If it's not in alignment with you, that you don't need to get involved in it. But if it is in alignment with you and you feel passionate and drawn to do that, then, you know, by all means, get in, you know, go and get involved in those things. We're all on our own path right now. For me personally, I'm not choosing to be around that energy whereby they're drumming up fear and they're drumming up, you know, the lower vibrations. I love the fact that people are doing it. I've been there, I've done it, you know, through 2020 and 2021. But now for me, it's the time to just create the future. I know I'm a powerful manifestor, so that's what I'm choosing for my role to be now. I feel especially with some of the work that I've been doing recently, that there's going to be powerful divine warrior energies rising. Okay, so you know, I said about the warrior woman, the female energy, like beating the drum. I see that the divine feminine energy is really, really starting to step up. And this is why there are a lot of men around the world that are in their masculine energy that are panicking. Their toxicity is coming to the surface. Now, I'm not talking all men, ladies and gents. There are amazing women out there. There are amazing men out there. There are amazing, you know, all sort of different sexual preferences and that kind of thing. And there are amazing people. However, what I am saying is, as a broad spectrum looking at it, the divine feminine energy is rising. Why? Because we are bringing the divine feminine energy back. We are bringing the true divine feminine energy back. That is not this little stay at home, sheepish, you know, sensitive, little lady. No, I'm talking about the true divine feminine warriors. I'm not talking about the ones that shout and scream and rant and rave. I'm talking about the ones that literally embody the mother. No one is coming near my child. That is the kind of energy that I'm seeing right now. Expect explosive experiences and events on a planetary level, ladies and gents. We are going to be having all of our beliefs, all of our values hit right under the spotlight. So my question for each and every one of you is, do you know your values? Do you know your beliefs? If the answer is no, my advice to you is spend some time, grab your journal and actually start writing it down and figuring out who you are, what your beliefs are, so that when these explosive events take place, you know exactly where you need to be and who you need to be around. Now, this energy is bringing a lot more visions to life. There is going to be a lot more intuitive callings, for want of better words. We are going to be experiencing inspiration, and we're going to be finding motivation to go out and do things that perhaps we've not done before. If you're somebody who's, let's say, France has been calling you for all these time, and you're like, you know what, now is the time to do it. It's a real get stuff done energy that is taking place right now. Master manifestation, master creation. You are the source of your destiny. So for me personally, be aware that you will start getting visions. Be aware that you are going to start getting callings. Now, all of us do not have the same visions. We do not have the same callings. What I get and the way that my life is being led is not going to be the same as yours. So please do not even pretend that it is. You need to stand in your truth. You need to be authentic, because if you are not, if you are pretending that you're doing something when it's not in alignment with your journey, again, you are going to get stung with instant karma. So please do recognize that. Please do recognize the only thing that you need to do this lifetime is to be truthful and to be honest for yourself. We are going to notice that there is going to be an additional kind of like surge of controlling behavior. Now, this could be from our governments. We have been witnessing a lot of manipulation over the last 3.5 years. There is going to be manipulation in relationships, maybe friendships, maybe work situations. So please keep your wits about you. People are going to try to manipulate information out of you. Be very careful where you are sharing that information. Likewise, do be very conscious of people who are trying to manipulate a situation by telling lies. There is a lot of lying that is being brought to the surface right now. The truths, when I talk about it, is not just about Trump and Biden and that stuff that's going on around the world, the geopolitical stuff. It's about your next door neighbor. It's about your ex-partner. It's people like these are the ones that are going to have the spotlight on them at this time, because they are trying to control a narrative, and probably they are the ones out there going, this narrative's being controlled, and actually they're doing it in their personal lives. It's extremely important that we recognize that this is not just a geopolitical stance that I talk about. Ladies and gents, I know you love it when I talk about relationships. I love it when I talk about relationships anyway. And the truth is, this energy of the relationships coming in is so prevalent right now. Now, what's really fascinating is I got last night, do not be surprised if they come from like a different background to you, maybe foreign, definitely younger. So be open. I'm on the road now, so I could meet anybody at any time. Be open to these experiences. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be the relationship for your life, but I'm saying that there is a relationship on the cards. If you are single and you are looking for a relationship, I'm open. I can't say I'm looking for one, but I'm open. If somebody comes along and turns my head, then I'm open. I'm open to love. Like, I live in a vibration of love. Of course, I'm open to love wherever that may come from. There is going to be a surge in the rise of consciousness. There is going to be a surge in awakening. We are going to be witnessing people that have been really stuck, or probably on their soapbox, kind of like dictating that you weren't very kind, or you did this or you did that. These people are really going to be going on their awakening journey, which is fascinating and super exciting. For those of you that have been awake for a long time, please do not judge these people as they're coming through. I don't feel that is actually a thing anymore, but I just feel like I need to say it, because, if you are new in your awakening journey, you might be like, well, why is it taking you so long? I don't feel the people that have been on this journey for a long time would have that level of judgment anymore. I actually feel that the judgment is really starting to dissipate on the planet. Maybe that's a personal thing, but I actually feel it's a global thing right now. this new wave that is taking place of love, this new wave that is coming in of the surge of the divine feminine energy, the nurturing, the mother, but very protective. It's absolutely incredible. It's beautiful. The last thing I want to say about this full moon before I give you the exercise that will align your energies for this full moon is your reality is being premised from your heart, ladies and gents. Your reality really coming from this beautiful divine heart space here. And my recommendation to you is, if you are angry, or if you are living in a space where I'm going to show them, or I'm going to teach them, or I'm being stubborn just for being stubborn, just recognize that that is going to create and present more of that into your reality. You know, if you're witnessing somebody right now that you feel did you wrong, actually thriving, maybe it's because they're not creating some of the things that you perceive them to be creating. Maybe that's a very, very, very important lesson for all of us to hear. Anyway, ladies and gents, do let me know how this has felt to you so far in the comments. And obviously, if you are keen, then I'm going to give you an exercise now. So do pause the video, run off, grab a piece of pen and a pen and a piece of paper, and we will get the exercise done for you now. So ladies and gents, as always, when I'm doing these exercises, the first is to just cleanse your beautiful auric space. Now, what that means is the energy field that is around you. So what I would be doing is I would just be grabbing some Palo Santo or some sage or some incense or some essential oil, salt, whatever is your smudging tool of choice, and just say to yourself, I deserve the most beautiful, loving energy in my space. My field deserves love, and love is what I choose. The next thing is wander around your space with your sage or whatever your tool of choice is, and say to yourself, with the windows wide open, allow that air, allow that energy to flow through the space that you are in. And as you walk around, say, divine guidance, please remove anything in my space that is no longer serving me. I welcome love. I welcome light. I welcome truth. And I welcome the peace that I am going to experience in my divine universe, or in my reality, if that feels better to you. Okay, so once we've got ourselves set for the exercise, what I'm going to suggest this time is that you go and pop some beautiful meditation music on. I personally would use something like Milan, or I would use Solfeggio's Frequencies, and I would just take about 15 minutes to just sit in meditation and ask yourself 2 areas that I'm going to ask you to focus on this month. The first one is, what do I need to detox from my life? Is it certain foods? Is it certain people? Is it social media? Is it time on technology? Like, what is it that you need to detox from your life? Be really honest with yourself, ladies and gents. And then the second question I would like you to ask yourself within this 15-minute period is, what would I like to manifest for my future reality? Now, sit in meditation, allow yourself to go off, allow yourself to bring in everything to you. And then what I would be doing is, as soon as you come out of that meditation, grab your journal or a piece of paper, 2 pieces of paper. The first one, what do we need to detox? Write everything down there. The second piece of paper, what are you going to manifest? Now, once you have finished that exercise, what I would do personally is look at that list of detox and put a priority around it. What do we need to start? Because if you've got 10 things on that list, chances are if you try and start all 10 in one go, you are going to fail. And we don't want that to happen at all. So look at it and put it in a priority order. Look at where you can start and what you can change today. Okay, and it could be switching my phone off at night so I don't have the interruptions. It could be switching my phone off an hour before I go to bed. It could be any number of things, adding in a green juice in the morning. Okay, and then look at the manifestation. Now, I would like you to keep these two pieces of paper. The manifestation one, I would like you to sit somewhere where you can go and look at it every day, maybe under your favorite crystal, or maybe if you've got something set up, then obviously in there. To be able to go and manifest it even quicker. And the detox list, I'd like you to keep to hand, and I'd like you to find accountability for yourself in this by using the list. Start something, do it for a few days before you start adding something else in. So don't just go, oh, right, I had a juice today, right, tomorrow I'll get off my phone earlier. Because what we're looking to do here is build up all of these things so that we really can start to detox the toxicity within us. Ladies and gents, we will come back to the manifestation. But for me personally, I'm going to be looking at it every day. I'm going to be looking at every opportunity that I've got to call this stuff in. I'm manifesting really quick, sharp at the moment. The most bizarre things are happening and being created. So I'm excited at how quickly we can use this manifestation now. So please, please, please be pure with it. Otherwise, the manifestation will come back to you. If you're manifesting nasty things for people, please know that manifestation will come back to you, and you will suffer at the consequences of karma. So you can only manifest for yourself and make sure that it is beautiful. Okay, ladies and gents, I truly hope that this video has been useful for you. Please do comment below and I will come back to you as soon as I possibly can. See you in the next video, ladies and gents. Take care. Lots of love.